Greetings and welcome, beautiful humans. Thank you for tuning in to I Am Powered by Love, and I'm Demi. I'm going to be sharing with you a lunar eclipse reading for July 5th, and we just came off a very glorious and beautiful new moon solar eclipse, and this new moon has set us up for a 6-month intention ride, and this moon being paired now with the July full moon lunar eclipse actually is going to help us express our deepest inner selves, where the new moon gave us the emotional wherewithal to really unify our intentions and marry them and integrate them with action from our feeling, from our passion. And so we're looking at the aspects here of the lunar eclipse. And so there are several. I just explained a little bit about the energy for July moving forward because we have so many planetary aspects. I always chart retrogrades and moon cycles. It's just a part of what one of my guides brings me. So I always start putting those out October, November for the entire year, in the movements and meanings and what those obstacles, challenges, and things that we're going to be facing during those times. This new moon, sorry, because I'm still basking in the new moon, this full moon solar eclipse happening on July 5th, again, has many aspects. And we're going to be diving into those aspects now. And then following all that, I'm going to do a reading. So here we go. As we know, a full moon already brings an impact of subconscious and, internal introspection. And relationships have been taking a really big hit as of late. We've been looking at the aspects of self that are reflected through our partners. Parts of us that, if we're able to recognize them, that we've been trying to fix and work on, in those partnerships. And as we are projecting ourselves, as we manifest everything that we feel inside, we see that happening in all of our relationships. So whether we're talking about intimate partnerships, relationships, marriage, we're also talking about those unions where we are dealing with others on a regular basis. Those are relationships. They can be friendships. They can be family. They can also be showing up in, we reflect ourselves through our coworker and our work environment. And that's where we are finding ourselves. Our soul self is being reflected of what we are working on. So, we find that this eclipse is being opposed by several different factors of planetary movements, and we're going to go into those right now. We've got Mercury, which Mercury is going to, being also in retrograde right now, we're talking about the enhanced inability to communicate in a way that's effective. We're going to find a lot of misunderstanding under this moon cycle, especially in disagreements. So a lot of Mars is also going to play a factor in that aspect of those retrogrades as well. And then this lunar eclipse also trines with Uranus, creating a lot of chaos, a lot of inner conflict and scattered energies. Uranus is a surprise planet. And so what we might see developing under Uranus is either new opportunities and ways to express ourselves, or it's going to show up and show us that we're not doing enough of it. And then we have Uranus that's also sextile with Mercury, which is going to allow us a couple of moments here during the full moon where we may have some deeper conversations. So our relationships now, we're going to be striking a chord to be able to speak. And this is across all relationships. So we're also talking about humanity, because we're talking and we're all engaging in a dialogue that we have not yet seen. And then we also have a lot of things happening outside of that dialogue that are affecting us that we need to better communicate. So we're learning that in these relationships, we're trying to define better who we are and how to express our unique desires, our unique voice, our unique gifts, our talents, our abilities, our skills, the place where we have come to give birth to some part that makes ourselves fulfilled and happy, living our dreams and fulfilling our passions, but also that connects us deeply to humanity. So you may be looking at some ideals, some beliefs, some old systems of beliefs that just need to be crushed. And for those in the intimate relationship department who have been struggling, whether this is family related, I'm hearing this is a lot about relationships and how to better communicate, but also how to listen, not with your ears, understanding the person that you are speaking to takes a different type of communication, because you can't be thinking at the same time. You can't be feeling at the same time. You have to really expand beyond your own beliefs, your own thoughts, your own feelings, the past history, what you believe to be true. You have to be willing to open up in a dialogue to allow it to progress in a deep way. And so the moon here is going to be bringing out aspects of that, and also a lot of aggression, a lot of discord, disharmony. And we're also going to be witnessing a lot of variables of how we are also heard in that area as well. And so those are some of the highlights. And my biggest tell here is that give me a moment. With the new moon in Cancer, now also the full moon falling in Capricorn, we're going to be seeing a lot of stimulation of action. We're going to be looking at getting things done in a more compassionate way. And then others are going to be feeling and acting in aggression. So this is where the discord is coming in. And some people are going to dig in really deep, and we're talking about authorities, governmental, civil, those also in leadership roles or in authoritative roles. This could be the hierarchy of husband-wife relationships. This can also be mother-daughter, mother-son, father-son, the hierarchy. So we're looking at, and maybe you've given your power to your mate and you're trying to reclaim that space of power. That's what we're looking at here when I'm talking about authority. And so there's going to be a little bit of restriction. So right there at the crux, we're going to have a moment where we can really clarify what we feel. And this is a time to take advantage of really speaking from a place of your authentic truth. So I'm going to pull some cards here, and I've got a couple of decks. I'm actually going to use this particular deck because when we're under pressure, and we've all been under a great deal of pressure, life has literally turned us on our heads, and this full moon is highlighting conflicts and disharmonies. But yet we get a moment of reprieve again to move things forward and heal those areas. So what do you need to know right now to help with the conflict part? And these are relationships. Relationship is a big theme right now. Huge, huge themes. We are all connected, and we're deeply connected to the ones we love. And once we can find that place where we feel safe, secure, and trusting our own voice, then we can best express that voice. And so those opposing forces of that are coming into our lives, that are helping us quantify what it is we don't want and what we don't need. Because, we all have a great habit of, I don't need that, I don't need this, blah, 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 blah. But how do we speak to what we deserve, what we dream, and what we deeply desire? Herein lies that. And so back to what I was explaining in the channel, is that we have to be able to come from the place of authenticity. We have to come from the place of the divine, the soul, our higher self, the place that's already in you, that's connected. We have to be able to ask the soul and speak from the soul. And this card says, reflect on your truth. There it is. Reflecting on your truth. That's going to help you come from the verses, the conflict, the inner disharmony, the discord, is really being able to speak from your truth. So if you've got a lot of going ons and disharmony and things, that is exactly what your answer is. If you're looking for how do I best begin to heal, repair, renew, revive these relationships that I'm struggling in, I want to make them last. I want to heal them. And also in the by and by, check me out at IamPoweredByLove.com and look for the Revive Your Relationship with Self-Love. This is a workshop that I'm doing. I'm also going to pull one other card for you, because this has been an area of discomfort, and some of you are trying to currently move on, move through, or move past this relationship, or are in the process of letting this relationship go. And you'll find that your energy is going to be drained simply in the pool of the emotional turmoil and the strategic physicality of the need to move on. So that exertion, I'm feeling crisis mode. Some of you are saying and feeling like there's no way out of this. A lot of you are feeling lost right now. I'm hearing hopelessness, abandonment, and loneliness. And this is coming from those who are already in relationships right now. So I've been talking about this in the July reading, the energy reading, and the other part of that answer is universal love. We all have the capacity to harness the power of love from deep within, even though we don't feel like we're good enough sometimes, and sometimes we're really hard and self-critical. We don't feel like we're worthy or we even deserve the right to be here. And a common factor that we all share is that we all have a soul. And that soul is the place that's reaching out to you, saying, connect with me. I'm always here. You're never separated. And this moon is going to bring about the quintessential desire to find deep, true, real, unconditional love. And it already lives within you right now. And in this moment, across all space-time and in every dimension of now, your soul is speaking to you. It is eternal. It is filled with the universal unconditional love. It is the type of love that brings about healing. It moves beyond past history, past hurts, past shame, past blame. And it moves past and into a place of forgiveness and compassion and love. And then it takes one giant leap further into universal love. And the need, this says universal love, by the way. This is the card that I pulled. In the need and the desire to connect, humanity also is also feeling and going through the same fears, is that we're separated, that we're isolated, that no one is listening. No one hears me. No one understands what I'm going through. And being able to speak our truth authentically comes from a soul position. And when we have the ability to feel each other, one another, we can connect in a place where we all realize that we are all swimming in not only the same bowl of soup, but we are still the same. We all still have the same base desires, is to be accepted. To have approval, affection, and appreciation. But that begins with the self. Self-love is not the same as self-care. It just is not. And so this is what this eclipse is going to bring about. The move into universal love comes from self-love. And we're going to pull one energy card on this. I wasn't going to do this. I'm also hearing there's about to be, for some, an overcoming. This love that is coming in, I want you to reach out. I want you to grab for it. I want you to begin working on it right now. I want you to hold the space for love for yourself, your voice, your beauty, your self-expression, your creativity, the purpose and reason why you were here. I want you to find it. I want you to kill it, and I want you to crush it. And if you can't, check out Soul Purpose Workshop. If you don't know what your reason, your purpose, your why, what you're passionate about, if you don't know who you are anymore, if you've gotten lost inside your relationship, this is going to be a time where hearing and asking your soul question, diving into the quantum field of universal, the field of creativity, and seeking those questions. This year, they're reminding me now, the guides, I'm looking at this, I predicted this year was going to be focused intentions and manifestating for the individual and for the planet, that unseen changes affect the nations. So I always do 2 predictions in October, November for the year. And this is focused intention. And now the focus is on you. What you want, what you dream, what you deserve, what you desire. This moon is lining up so that you can begin taking that deep dive, introspectively, reflectively. And the place where the conflict is a struggle. When you release and let go and trying to make it work and just accept either what it is, or that you want to fix and heal it, that's what it is. Or that you're ready to let go because you know that you deserve something different, something better, a love that comes from blah, 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 right? You got to know a little bit of pain to see what it is that you don't want so that you can better manifest an intention that actually comes and draws into your life. And so we're able to overcome when we hear that still, small, silent voice. When we ask the soul, the higher self, the authentic and true self. And so this focused intention is about setting your sights high, beginning to inner vision right now with this full moon, bringing about the place of change within, the place where unexpected possibilities in the field of creativity begin to move. And last but not least, now we want to talk about outcomes, right? Everybody wants to know, how's this going to work out for me? And by the way, with no change, just because you don't do anything doesn't mean you don't manifest the result. You actually do. You just get more of what you currently have. So make a choice. Because if you don't make a choice, you're still making a choice. Just how it works. Because your subconscious already knows the truth. It's already there. Your soul is already bearing witness to what you feel, think, and believe. So it's best just to make a choice. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to your soul. Say yes to now. Say yes to changes. Say yes to healing. Say yes to love. Just say yes. Say yes. Stop saying you can't. Stop saying you won't. You don't know how. You don't have enough of. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough support. I don't have. You have. You have it. You deeply have it. You have the strength. You have the will. You have creativity. You have stuff of stars inside of you. Your soul is there. Your DNA is made up of the vast stars, the field of creativity swirling around in your DNA. Why do you think that they can't figure out what the rest of our DNA is? It's made of star stuff, and everybody knows it. Even the quantum physics, they know it. The spiritual science. Don't forget to check the links below for workshops. Coming up, the summer workshops, the Elevation Level Series workshops, and I'm Powered by Love. If you want a free reading, free 10-minute reading, there's a link below to sign up. What is the outcome? Now, with solar and lunar eclipses, they empower the moon. Normally these cycles run from moon to moon, right? They're 28-day, 30-day cycles. These have 6 months power. Make a choice. Set an intention. Don't know how? Check out the Crystal Grid workshop that I'm doing. Sign yourself up for it. Set an intention. And if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe that you're good enough or worthy enough, you don't believe that good things can happen to you, let the grid do the work for you. Just set an intention and let it build for you a masterpiece. All right, here we go. What's the outcome of your choice? Because either way, you're making one, whether you do it or not. Boy, humanity is really talking right now. This whole reading is about connectivity, universal love, a coming together. This says you're not alone. And I think I just heard them say that, and I think I said the same thing. You're not alone. We're all going through the same thing. So reach out. Reach out. Let me do a reading with you. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's do an Akashic record reading. Now I channel, and so I channel in the Akashic records. I use note cards in which to do it. It'll be live video, just me and you. If you're local, you can always make an appointment with me and come by in person, or we can live stream chat on my video tool. It's not the answer you were looking for. You've been feeling isolated and alone, abandoned and rejected. So I'm going to pull another one. This one says, all paths lead home. We're talking about your soul self, your higher self, your inner self, that place where intuition, that's where it comes from, is your higher self. That is the ultimate wisest guide you have. It's as ancient as old as creation itself. All life force, all godly life force is already inside of you. Don't know how to reach it, don't know how to get there. Let's talk about some coaching. Take some workshops. Feel me out. Find yourself and let me be the one to help you get there. This says your inner authority, your intuition. Turn your gaze within. It's all I've been talking about. It's all that the channel has been saying. Make a decision. You know, your subconscious is already impacting you because you won't make the changes. All the beliefs that you believe are already in there. They're already programmed inside of you. So all the disharmony and all the discord is coming from within, and life is now vomiting up all that you are believing and thinking. And it does. It takes mind engineering to be able to go inside, dive deep, and really start pulling out those roots, taking them out one by one, getting them out, changing your beliefs. But how do you do that? You need a little help. You need some space, some time in order to figure that out. And so I'm going to leave you with that, my friends, and one more. Mother Earth says feel comforted, and so Mother Earth is reaching out during this time of the moon. And she's here for us, and we're connected to her. So if you're here and you're on this planet, you have every right to be here. You have every right to live in universal abundance. You have a right to dream and manifest it. You have a burning desire and a passion inside of you, waiting to be birthed. And we do that right here on this planet together. We got one sound, one voice, one mind. We got one humanity to make those changes. And it starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with us. It starts with we. And when we change, when we become the change that we want to see in the world, it becomes infectious. Love becomes the highest vibration that we all strive and attain for. It starts with you, right here on Mother Earth. Be comforted. You're not alone. You're connected to a source within yourself. Come check out the Energy of Prayer workshop. I am powered by love, and I'm Demi. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, love, light, and lots of Reiki. And I'm signing out.